Alright, good day, beautiful people. How you doing? It's another beautiful day, definitely. And on your program, Youth and the Nation, we are so glad to actually be here right again. So yeah, you're all welcome to my program once again, Youth and the Nation on Comedian TV. And today I have a very interesting topic to actually share with you. I mean, it's something that I feel like it's relatable, definitely, and it's something that's been trending for a while now. And the topic is get rich quick syndrome. I can't stop doing this topic. My dear, yeah, you go far, it's go far. Like it's something I can't wait to actually share it. I mean, let's be very realistic to ourselves. Nigeria itself, it's a very diverse country. I mean, with different tribes, and its diversity, you have its good and bad side. Meaning, parts where this diversity has actually helped us, and there's some part that has actually ruined us, to be frank. But then there seems to be one particular thing that brings us together: ego. Oh, cool. Money. And that is what I'm going to be talking about today. I mean, today it's so annoying and crazy when you go out and you actually ask a very small kid like, dear, what do you want to do? Before the guy can even think of anything, he goes, like, I just want to have money, I want to make money. I be like, calm down. You know, we're talking about you going to school, you finishing your grades, you doing this and that. I just want to have money. Like, yeah, so I want to have money. And I'm like, okay. That reminds me of one time that one video actually went viral. When they asked a young boy, okay, let me use your brother. And I like, kilo fish. And people like, I'm for chache. And like, okay, you want to go to fraudulent act? Nice one. Me back then, when me ask what do you want to do, I say, cha. I can't even finish that chair. What am I doing, safe? It's one slap, and that slap will saw my sent to the default. Like I'm gone. So now it's crazy when we actually see things that are trending now, and it's all on the shoot, ranging from 13 to 17. I mean, doesn't like 35 is like old age now. Like 13 is like the rampant thing. Now let's take it back to what was actually trending. Recently there was a video that actually trended online of some young guys. They're like 13 to 17, and so they went out with a girl, which the girl apparently is the girlfriend of one of the guys. And before we knew it, my dear, they killed the girl. Killing the girl is not only the problem. Oh, after killing the girl, they actually wanted to use her body for rituals, and that is the problem. When they asked them that, okay, rituals, probably there are different kind of rituals. What kind of ritual? They said money ritual. Like that busted my brain. Like kids. Money me as I'm like nine, though we are living on God's grace, but regardless, like if kids now have this stone heart to actually do things, like not even care about anything. I mean, kids are meant to be innocent, for goodness sake, like they are meant to be pure. But then now it seems like kids are no longer pure. They don't even care about whatever comes out of the output. And see, they don't even give you the OGs. I mean, this story is something, or this discussion itself is something I can't wait actually like exchange or hear your opinions about. But before then, I need you to know that I'm not the only one in the studio. I have some very beautiful ladies, as in, but then there's difference between being beautiful and having brains. These one are beautiful brains, as in they're my body to the core. And yes, I feel like their swag is something I want you to feel. I mean, the aura is in the head. You cannot perceive it. I think I can. Alright, so beautiful babies, you need to introduce yourself, because I feel like your names are too huge. They're too beautiful. They're too nice for me to call. Sister in, I don't know this your color. But you're on you, air picture. Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Melody.
Oh my god. Melody. As in your parents, let me use this word, your mama go market, find name. You say, this girl, your voice goes sweet, can't give you melody. As in, I feel like you're like Melody with the melodious voice. You pray for me. I mean, I don't try to hide for free. You pray me later, share. I get account number, baby. T for thanks. Alright, sister in glasses.
Hi.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. My name is Fasila.
Fasila. Is it Fasila like this? Like, is a Fasila with it?
Yeah.
With it.
Part of the aesthetics.
Wala for no get good dentition. As if your dentition is not good, just try. Like, don't call it Fasila alone.
Yeah.
Alright guys, you're welcome to the program Youth and the Nation. So before I actually introduce you guys, I was trying to talk about a particular topic, which is get rich quick syndrome. I mean guys, let's be very honest with ourselves. I mean, not like I'm old and all, but if I can actually go way back, all our dreams were just, okay, yeah, I want to go to school, come out with good grades, I want to even travel for my masters, I want to do this. I mean, not like money won't come in, but then it's not like our number one priority. You understand? We actually aim for so many things, but this day, if you can't mention those things, it's as if you are living this, like you are living the archaic world. I mean, let's even start with this. What do you think is the cause of get rich quick syndrome? Let's start from there. First,
What's the cause? I think in this day and age, like if you're talking about like the modern age, the major cause will be social media. I think because of like the pressure that you experience every day. Like I'm opening my Instagram page right now, and the first thing I'm seeing is like some hush puppy flaunting his cars and his shoes are like worth like thousands of dollars.
And the entire.
Do you get what I'm saying? And like every day that I go on Instagram or like go on social media and I'm seeing all these things, like my subconscious, I start taking it in like more like how do I get to this stage and everything,
this
like
guy has to it.
Exactly. So I think like obviously like in the olden days there would have been like get rich quick schemes and everything, but I think now it's more prominent because we see things more, like we see people more. Like then obviously like they just see themselves like within where they were, but now we're seeing we're seeing the world, and it's easy to see what people are like doing, their progresses and everything, and it just makes it easier for you to like respond to the pressure of wanting to get rich, because these are people that maybe you guys went to school together and then one day they just come back home and they're like driving cars and you're like how, or maybe you guys are in the same field and they just go and sit down and be like, hi, I bought a house, and you're like,
I don't understand, I don't even have a bike.
We've been hustling together, how did this happen? Do you understand? So it's pretty, I think it's just social media. I think that's like the primary thing. There are other things like impatience and the others, but I think social media is like the center of it in the
like
modern age.
Word.
Modern age, yes, it is. Definitely is.
Social media. What is it because I'm coming? Melody with the melodious voice. Please give us your reading on this particular topic.
Okay, so like she said, social media, because I do not believe that it just started. This vice has always been wanting to be so rich. I mean, who doesn't want to be rich? I want to be rich, like very rich, to be able to afford every single thing that is called luxurious.
Yeah.
But there's the fact that in this time and age, you just open social media and you see people that are literally your age mates. So yesterday there's this, not celebrity, but there's somebody on social media, her birthday, 22nd birthday was yesterday. I'm like, okay, mine is next week. And I looked at, she got herself a jelly. I'm like,
wow.
Don't worry. At least
I said, is it because she's fair and I'm dark? Because at that point I'm like, this person is not bothered about my birthday is coming, what do I want to do? I don't even know. The money is there. Do you understand? And then there's me feeling like, if money not there, we know they do anything. There's like no balance. There's this person having it all. There's you not having it the way you want to have it, and then you feel we're the same age. She does not have two heads. It does not have two heads. I should be able to have it. And then there are so many young people. They just come out from literally nowhere, and then we justify it with run skates or the person sings song, just blows, literally just blows like that. So they feel if can blow, I can blow. Do you get? So you're just like, however, so there's no more or if I just follow this path I will get there. You now see how people have diversified. You hear, maybe, sorry to say, you hear somebody that used to have all those dreams suddenly say, I became a dropout. I'm glad I became a dropout. I'm glad I became a dropout because it got me here. And then somebody else watches and be like, okay. So it does a lot of things to your mentality. You're like, there's no point. And then I'm very sorry to say, the country doesn't exactly make you feel like you are secure.
Make it easy. It doesn't make it easy.
You don't do that.
Like education is a scam.
It makes it worse, to be honest. Everybody says that education is a scam.
Yeah.
Working 9 to 5 is a scam. Having white collar jobs is a scam. So motivational speakers too just make you feel like you're useless.
As in, I don't understand.
There's no particular cause, but these are things that aid it.
Yeah, they fuel it.
Because sometimes I'm like, okay, I don't understand. Like, I'm so scared for this future generation, to be very honest. And like, I have a younger sister and a younger brother, and I'm like, I can't never see whatever stuff they are going or whatever stuff they are into. And in my head, I'm like, fine. And I know the friends they work with, like, can definitely not know all. So the thing is, with this stuff going on, I'm like, that stuff will keep hammering in their head. Like, when we parts in the back of my head, I'm like, it's a filmmaker move, you know the way. And I'm like, okay. And that leads me to the second question, like, are we not running faster than our shadow, or is it like it's not bad to actually dream high? Like, what's your take on that? Like,
Dreaming high.
There's nothing wrong with dreaming high.
Like absolutely not.
There's nothing wrong with wanting to have money. There's nothing wrong with dreaming high. Where the problem lies is the decisions you take to get there. Everybody makes decisions for themselves. Fine. All as much as I said that the country doesn't exactly give us a very safe place to soar, we still have our own free will. These decisions might have pushed you to this point, but you still intentionally decide to want to go into this thing or that thing. So there's nothing wrong with dreaming high. What decisions, what do you want to be the things that take you there? And now nobody's really concerned about what takes them there. We just want to see that they are there.
I think if you have like dignity. Yeah, I think if you have dignity like in you, then you would care a lot about how you make your money. Like it's just, I think it's left with if you have a conscience and if you have integrity, if you actually care about all these things, then like you would definitely be more conscious of how you make your money. Because honestly, a lot of people don't have these things and they just feel like just to make the money. Like the money is the most important thing, and however way I get there, I don't freaking care. I don't freaking care.
but honestly, like something that was ranks in my A, like, okay, fine. We all understand that, okay, social media has its own part to play. We also know the fact that conversiousness is like the key. Like everybody just wants to get there. They don't really care. And I'm like, okay, that is the third question. Should parents pay more attention to their kids, or is it like it's a general thing that we all have to pay attention to the kids around? Because I mean, like I'm like, okay, well, it's my neighbor, so whatever he likes to do, he can do with his life, you understand? But then we in particular, I'm like, is it not like I'm being amebo, I'm putting my I'm being aproko, or is it more like we need to actually start with the parent? Like parent needs to focus on their kids, like let's do it ourselves, starting from age of, I mean, back in the days when you're like, okay, so when your aunt touches your ear, that shows that you're matured. But now, it's your old girl self, don't they? You understand? Don't they menstruate? Don't they do? So that actually gives like guys. I know men in general, they actually grow tall. I think when they get to a certain age, just that they have this sporadic growth.
Yeah.
And like, okay, that actually scares some parents. You understand? They feel like, can I actually still talk to this kid? You understand? I feel like that's also one of the problems. You understand? The fact that we grow faster. This particular century, I don't even understand the way kids grow. To be very honest, I feel like that's actually one of our problems. You understand? The way we grow. I feel like, yes, now I'm a big boy. Yes, now I can maybe talk. No, let's do it. Okay, like I have this friend, a younger brother. Can't remember maybe like 15 or 16. But then this boy is already doing things that are unimaginable. You don't understand? I don't want to go into, but like so unimaginable that, you know, when it comes to norms, you know that yes, the boy is rolling with people, he's doing this. How many people do you want to stop him from? You understand? Okay, don't joke, don't play with this one, do this. And I'm like, okay, if we continue with this, we'll definitely know what his intention are. You understand? So I feel like is it that our parents needs to actually forget the fact that we are all tall, and like the fact that we can never outgrown their words or their advice or their scolding and all. So my point is, should parents pay more attention to the kids or actually all the kids around them?
I think one thing I always say is that not everybody, is fit to be a parent. And like I think there should be more work put into people learning how to parent, like to be parents, like before they actually get married. Like some people don't have the skills to actually be a parent to somebody. So oftentimes you see children just being nuisances in society because they don't have parents that have the skills to actually be parents to somebody. Like it takes skills to know how to nurture a child like a human being. Do you understand? So I think the first thing is, even like us as human beings that are like adults and grown-ups, like we should, I don't know, maybe like take parenting courses or like learn how to be good parents to somebody first, and then when we get to that stage where we actually parent, try to nurture good people, like people that are actually good to society. Because honestly, some parents are even like the ones that are influencing
Definitely their
like
kids.
you would see some people asking their children at the age of 19, like Afa,
They bring them to come out.
what's up, like where get my job?
Seriously,
I'm supposed to like people from my
painful.
label. How? Like in a same society, like until you get a stable job that your parents know about, like you're able to explain to them that sometimes they don't understand, because obviously like when you take any like digital age and you can't explain some things to them, but they actually know that you're doing something legit, then they can actually start expecting. Well, when I'm in the university and my parents are calling me like, hey, so how far? Like, if I'm somebody who is very empathetic, or I'm seeing my parents, putting this pressure on me, and there is some guy somewhere who, doesn't really mind spending money on me, and is asking for something, there is so much I can take before I start succumbing to that pressure to like, let me just do it. Like, I mean, I'm going to make myself happy or my parents happy. Win-win. Do you get? So I think parents should do better. Like, they should stop putting that pressure on their children. First of all, like, stop. Really, they're still kids, and like, do better as parents. Like, just try to have that relationship with your children where you're able to talk to them and they trust you. So even like when like one of their friends is like, hey, so let's do this thing, they still feel like, no, let me tell my parents about it. Like, when they get into trouble, or like when they feel like they're about to do something, they confide in you and you're able to guide them through. So like, have that relationship with your parent, with your children, so they can able to like tell them, what they should do and what they should not do in that situation.
It's very important, because like, one keyword I even enjoy is the fact that parents need to stop pressure. Like, you need to stop pressuring some kids. And thank God you even mentioned it, because to be honest, I feel like that's one of the problems we're having these days. Parents feel like you're a man now, so start bringing things in. I'm like, truly, the guy is not even up to a certain age. Like, you want to kill this boy. To be honest, I feel like some people even show that more than the responsibility that they can take. So it stuff is really choking. That's very honest. I mean, we understand like girls also have their own problems and like, so this stuff, as in, I mean, what else?
At the same time, you need to understand that there is no rule book to parenting.
Right.
Nobody has it all figured out. There is nothing. There's nothing that says this is what you have to do to parent this child well. There is nothing. So everybody parents based on their experiences. I'm going to say that the reason so things happen now, and there we go. Can you imagine this child? If it were to be me in yeah, my parents would have slapped me.
Yeah.
The way we were brought of fear.
Yeah. Like,
these kids growing up now do not send your papa. They don't send you as their parents. You get? I'm not even joking. I have so many cousins, very little cousins, like children of my aunties, very little. It's always, why? Don't do this. Why? It will hurt you. How will it hurt me? Why will it hurt? You are here, you're supposed to protect me. I can't protect you from everything. You're so inquisitive, and they do not bother about your feelings. Let's be honest. They just want to know, why shouldn't I do it? There's fact that you have to communicate with your children and do all of that. I'm going to say that as a child that I still am. If my mother communicates with me and says, don't do this, don't do that, don't do da. If I still want to do it, I will do it.
of course.
It's not just the fact that your parents talk to you. So there is to be honest, I don't know what we can do, but I feel like parenting isn't the only thing. Like, parenting them well isn't the only. How do you parent them well? You probably were even parented well yourself. There are so many broken people in society. Everybody's just coming together, different broken pieces. So there's this broken woman and this broken man from different childhood backgrounds, and then they come together to parent a child, and then they have, please, our parents try, but they have their own weaknesses. There are times that I want to talk to my parents and they are not there. Not because they didn't want to be, but they just not be at that time. They're not in the right frame of mind. Probably that's the time somebody was putting pressure on me to do something. I go ahead and do it. Eventually they'd feel guilty, but at that time they could not be there. We also need to, because these children are not really concerned about what you do for them, they also need to learn that they have a major part to play. You have to decide. So it's not just about, some people are parented well and still turn out to be the child that you look and say, Kunle Abiamo. Because you're like, how? How did you turn out like this?
Like pastors'
it has to be
like,
don't go there.
They just decide to be something else. I understand that there is the fact that our parents put pressure on us. I'm not even going to lie. But to be honest, parents putting pressure on their kids has always been abroad. They start telling them to work from 18. But what you decide to do to put something on the table is what matters. So the fact that your parents are pressuring you, do you want your life to go this way? Your parents might push you, but at the end of the day, they'll die and they'll just tell you, I'm sorry, I didn't know. You watch all those Yoruba movies and all of that. So you have to understand that as much as, we don't want them to turn this way and we feel like parenting is the issue, social media is the issue, every child still has a part to play, and there's no rule book in how to say this is how to make them not do this anymore. and it's
Right.
scary.
See, my
Really
dear,
scary that
like
we don't know what to do. So
Like,
it just boils down to the fact that
they'll be like,
the world will continue to get more evil.
the
and
advice
not
would
even
be
going
like
to,
pray about it.
Please, that's even the worst.
That's like the advice. Like, actually, my badra for you. Like, I'll keep praying for you. Like, that's
can't
usually what
just
our
pray
parents,
only.
Like,
see, to be very honest, like
resolve to.
I'm scared. To be very like
It's
I
scary.
swear down. Because now I'm like, okay, that word childhood or that word teenager, I feel like it should be excluded from that 13, 15. I'm like, it should
You're growing
end
up
8
into-
or 7.
No.
No, I'm so
You're
serious right
growing
now.
up into things so fast.
So fast. That's
you
the
can't,
thing.
And
you
don't have
can't
control.
touch. You don't have control.
Yeah, like you just so you're like, okay,
You're like
when did you grow up
helpless.
to be this person.
You can
How?
only try your best.
Under my
Every
watch.
child will still take their own decision. To be
Yeah.
honest.
Again,
Like, okay, there's even one thing that I even remember. I remember one time that, okay, I met this person. I'm like, okay, right, she's very pretty, they're okay. One time, but then one thing now, one thing happened one time, I got to understand that, sways, this oral girl thing is not only about male, because I feel like it's more on the male this thing, but the females also have their part. The difference is we are not using heads yet. You understand? They are still depending on those using
If
heads.
we start,
Seriously,
there
because
will barely be any men
I
left.
swear,
They are easier to get,
my
please.
sister, that's the thing. To be very honest, because I remember I remember one time, like I have to look at the woman. The girl is not up to 18. And this girl is the one shouldering the whole responsibility. She has a brother, that's like the third one. But the girl is not shouldering. Like it's so like you go to say like so I almost cry. Like you know it's enough when the mother is actually pressuring the guy, you understand he's a male child.
Yeah.
But in this female child, and the mom like, hello, Iboluwa, yeah, where are you? See your sister have not eaten, I'm not eating, not fun now. Say something.
Really?
oh God.
This girl is not sleeping at home. You are not concerned
don't
about
care
that.
what she's
About
doing.
that, sorry. This girl, you don't know whether she's surviving well, whether she has money or not. You careless, my dear. Just bring something home. You want food on your table. You don't ask this girl what she's up to. You don't ask her where do you get your money from. You are not asking her, okay, are you? If I feel like that should be the first question I've asked. How are you? You know the start, and you're like going straight to the point, like, okay, this, okay, that, okay, that.
I'm not even up to.
My dear, it's now worse to the point that when this woman actually got to say she had an issue with apartment, like they got sent out of their house, they tried to get another apartment.
Yeah.
Now the daughter that she asked money from was not nothing like that. Mommy, you know we actually moved from a one-room apartment. The new one we are moving into, which is like a room and parlor, and I'm going to pay. My sister in Lagos, do you know how much room and parlor
Oh
is?
my God.
Now the question is, where is the girl getting the money from? 18 years.
Nobody bothers with how they get
18
it.
years.
They just
18
want
years.
to know that
Okay,
they
okay,
get
okay. Let's even try to look over the hotel. Let's say she's 20. You know,
You
no,
can
no, people don't
That much money. that much money.
No, it's so obvious that the girl will be the one controlling her mom, controlling the
Yeah.
money.
Please,
She's like the breadwinner of the house.
there's
She
power
calls
in
the
the other
shots.
person that
Oh, my
shall
point
provide.
is, where is this girl getting money from? Like, this one is not even scared that they can actually use her daughter. Oh, she feel like praying is what will actually
There's
solve
no
the problem or what?
gainsaying. It's obvious.
So, my dear, the question is, like, it's not one question. I feel like this will get rich thing, and it's not just related to only male kids. I feel like females are also
It's not.
affected.
It's not
but-
a gender
but-
thing. Everybody
exactly.
wants to be rich.
And
Very
Women
again,
rich.
love money.
Well,
Women
a lot.
love
Diamonds
money.
are a
Women
girl's
are
best
really-
friends.
women
What
love
am I
money.
going to use to buy diamonds?
Do you get?
Do you get?
Do you get? money. So I mean,
like,
yeah.
it's so disheartening. Let's be honest. Like,
It is.
it's super disheartening. And I'm like, if this thing continues, it's like when the males are done using all the females that they think they can use, females will be the one taking turns.
I'm sorry, but I feel
I'm
like
serious.
it's
Girls,
not
females will be
even-
the one taking turns, and they'll be like, you know one thing. This is like more like a retaliation. You don't do carry a placard. You are done. You are the next in line. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, what this get rich quick syndrome is going to lead us to? I feel like
It's really
we are not
sad.
prepared for it.
It's really
We're
sad.
not prepared
Like for
for it.
men, their own is like to do the dirty work. Women, their own is to date the men doing the dirty work.
Wait,
Some of them don't
That's
date
like-
them. They just pick them up
Well,
from up the street
I
and
don't
then
know, like anyway that the money will flow.
you just hear that
between
somebody
them.
did it.
That's the point. Like that's
Okay.
actually that's like the hustling.
I
way.
mean, something just popped into my head again. The question is, please, is it so easy to now get an herbalist? No, seriously, I'm like,
It's plug.
everywhere seems
plug.
normal, and I'm like,
It's just plug.
That's the word. Plug.
Like you know where to get what.
You just
when
know
need
somebody
it.
that
Somebody
knows
knows
somebody.
that
knows
knows
someone.
somebody. There's no how. Like, are you saying that if you actually want to get a herbalist today, you wouldn't get
You
one?
won't
You
get.
would.
You might
Just
not have.
ask.
You might not have friends. Ask some. You might not
If
have
somebody
friends.
will
yet.
know somebody that
Ask
knows
somebody.
if I wait, I think another video I just remember because now people are not even ashamed to upload whatever to
Shame.
into. Like wait, you one video went viral one time again TikTok. One guy that was like, if you do like can you do this, and he was showing like it was showing us his office. They said the office with calabash with red clothes. It's just so and this guy cannot more than 17. Like he was proud, showing it off, and it was like if you do like fine, you tell your friend show us video, can you do it? You know, this kind of stuff. And it was like, yeah, it's like if you have to actually get this money. The guy was actually saying one word, which I feel like so many people will not actually focus on, because the guy was like, can you do this stuff? That is get rich and die young, or you actually die poor and live long.
Also your life.
And I'm like, okay, you know, that question is actually very powerful, because now the guy is making it sound like you have to actually choose.
Yeah.
It's either you get rich quick and die young, or you die poor and live long. And I'm like,
okay. The promise is that die poor, but I don't feel like there are just those two options. There are other options.
See, my
like they give it for him. They make it look like that, so that you can make that other decision that you don't want to make.
So it's like you have you are boxed up.
See, I feel like all the social media owners, they need to actually do something certain things. Seriously, it's enough that you need to actually, you know, sometimes they actually block certain words or certain obscene. They should block some things from going on there, because like that's one of the problems. I mean, seeing a young guy flaunting all those stuff. No, it's not even flaunting.
Instagram.
They actually do, but before
they would investigate them.
Somebody has already taken a screen record or something, and then it's already going viral. So they would take the original post down, but then they are like remnants of the post.
If I personally, I feel like they should even stop this whole people like there's somebody that just sleep on bed, sleep on money, like bundles of money, of cash. You know,
they're showing us what they have.
My point, they need to block down.
Not social media. It's not just social media.
But doing party and they were stepping on money.
Stepping on money.
Music artists.
See, let me our children, like, yes, we actually know their source of income, you understand?
Do we?
No.
Let's
start.
They have like
true. Like, let's be very honest with ourselves. You're an artist, like you sing now. That's the makes his money. You understand my point? So let's just try to act like we actually know their source of income. Let's hope we actually know their source of income. But I mean, this ones that
they are going to work.
You understand? To show you that I see some people, you see have full chairs to carry yourself and go and meet them and say,
social media just crazy.
And I'm like,
marry me.
It's like our lives don't mean anything.
And I'm like, is it me that are not influencing?
Influencing work. I think it's just like a facade for people that doing.
It definitely is.
Runs like
some people
like
do. They
most of these influencers on, in fact, go to Twitter. That one not even work. So those influencers, they are doing the things they are doing. In fact, sometimes their pictures are not like.
Because honestly,
wait, what are you actually influencing?
Even if you're influencing and you're getting like
this
1 millionaire,
you
can't buy a car within how many months? It's not possible. Like you're not buying a 1 millionaire car. You're not buying 2 millionaire car. You're buying like 10, 15, 20 millionaire car. How?
What are you influencing?
What are you influencing?
Well, someone mentioned something the other time. That reminded me. Please, I beg. After 2-3 kids, you're telling me that you are rich and you bought the house. Please!
How do you even like
how is that possible? When there are 3 kids actually get you rich
people
overnight.
That make skits online, like they
understand?
Make
I feel that's also one of the problems.
Influencing too, like
my problem is not with skits. My problem is with I don't have a problem with him. The thing is how one very stupid.
No, it might be funny, but then how can you think
it's not funny? Some things are not funny. Some very crazy ideas, and it just goes viral.
Like
and then suddenly.
If your skills goes viral, then big companies will contact
you. It
doesn't advertise for them.
Nobody cares if it made sense, if it was funny, if it added anything to society.
It's something that just makes you get to a house.
It's not possible.
I feel like that's also one of the problems. Why people feel like there's a need to actually get engaged in certain things to get rich quick. You understand? But then I feel like there's something beneath everybody's.
Nobody's going to tell you all their secrets.
That's the thing. Well, I feel like government needs to actually put more enforcement on this particular because stuff is going viral. As that after this whole Ogun State about the guy I mentioned when I wanted to start the program of those young boys actually use of their girlfriend. You know, not long after that, one also happened in Ondo State.
Yeah,
you saw those one that were like the guys were like 6 or 7. I'm like, oh my god. Like we're already in a polythene ban. I'm like, I don't want to see what inside this polythene ban. Because to be very honest, the things you hear and they go like the money they even sell body part, they pay 30,000. I'm like, are we that cheap now? Like, are we that cheap now?
It doesn't pay me as much as the fact that all these rituals, we know that once third party gets a wing of it, it's already wasted. So a full human being that got created.
Exactly.
Wasted. Ha!
Just like that.
Somebody's 9 months is already gone.
So
because somebody else found out that you were
And
doing
this
it.
is this is a really sensitive topic. And
No, I swear, no,
It
like
is.
in a way, it's very disheartening because sometimes some parents, in fact, okay, because I saw a video of the other sister to that girl, the girl being used was like she has not even told the mom because she doesn't even know how to tell her.
It's not like, oh, there was an accident.
Thank you.
They caught
No,
her
to
head
be
off.
very honest, God forgive me. I feel like that's kind of better. You said it's an accident. I
Yeah,
mean,
like,
What
but you
accident?
know,
The head
being that
off.
your daughter was being used, was being macheted into different pieces, and like
Till now, I cannot. I don't know that. I can't keep
understand.
chicken. I can't
my
like.
dear, be like
Yes.
chicken.
chicken how? Like I can't
To
like
slaughter, I can put
feeling
when
bad
it's
for
like
the
already done.
I'm feeling
But
bad. How am I supposed to kill
You want me
a
to like when you're still alive and you can kill a full human being? Ooh, wow.
And you know, seriously, it's.
I can eat it definitely.
I mean, when we hear people kill, like our mind thinks, oh, those like 35, or 13.
You know the
Really,
worst
like,
part is
this
when
basic,
people now
like-
blame.
Like I should really like we should actually ask this question like what could possibly be the motivation for these children? Like how could you be so motivated to want money that you actually are
I
ready
swear,
to kill
ready to
a
kill.
human being? Like
We
what are you
choose
money
any
for?
iota of feeling like you
What are you
don't
using money
even
for?
care,
What are
like
you
just
using
like
money for?
yes.
What are you using money for?
Like, bruh. When I was
So-
your age, what was I
The thing
thinking?
is,
They're not just kids,
just snacks
these
and
kids.
movies.
I
used to
I
think-
swear.
I only think of, okay, let's say 17, I think of Crush and how, oh
And
my
boys,
god, this
some
was
boy in my
fun. And I used to plan my life with all these TV stars.
Well,
yeah,
please.
And now somebody
My
is
dad,
here.
my dad don't go there. Me that time stick of bread and beans. And that. No, I'm being
I
serious.
want you to be a foodie. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And how to dress up with all those
but like
itel
really-
phones and take pictures and everybody be like, what's your to-go
On
handle?
to-go,
What's
exactly.
your Facebook handle?
Don't go into to go.
That was
But
not my
now-
only worry then, like, but now it's
Now-
like money, How?
Ah.
What are you using money to do?
Like it's painful.
That's why one 17-year-old
Weird.
carry a 20-year-old, 28-year-old girl and be dating.
Did you see that?
Because she
picture?
have
Did
money.
you see that picture? Like, I saw a breakup, and they were like,
He
the
beat
guy
her.
was like, yeah. Like the guy actually
That's another
beat
topic.
I
her.
see that one.
Like a 17-year-old guy
It's
dated
dating
a 28-year-old girl,
He beat
like a grown adult, and then he pissed her.
Money talking, imagine, because I definitely know
How?
that the girl is getting. Oh, no.
No, I'm saying like
the
she won't be
money.
dating anybody if you
That in that age, like,
like
what's the attraction anyway? Like, what is it giving you?
All because of
and he
money.
beat her. But when he beat her, I feel like he has rights.
I
be
don't know,
honest,
like,
very
if you're
honest,
paying
this-
somebody's
this-
bills, you would feel like, or you feel this sense of like responsibility.
Okay.
I just feel like we all need to be very careful. I mean, it's enough that we hear about guys doing rituals and all. It's
Yeah.
even enough that even your roommate. I mean, there was a time that with someone that a guy that actually plays calabash and his roommate's head, like he was about to use it. Their own. I don't know how God just saved that guy. I think someone came in and caught him. If not, his roommate is gone, like so gone. I mean, someone you trust, someone you sleep with, someone you eat with. You understand? You interact with. Like you can actually tell actually everything is
That's
but
just
then
by nights.
you don't actually know what's in this person's mind. I'm
Just
like,
about nights when you actually do that.
my dear, I sleep well
Because
because I don't. Have,
I don't like to think of things like this.
thank you. So let's just say, okay, let's just round up with this. I feel like time is fast spent. Like, what's your advice to youths out there? Like, this gets rich quick syndrome.
Yeah, I think it's just honestly, yeah, just trust the process. Honestly, I think if you believe in, like, you actually have dignity, like I said, and you feel like your hard work is going to, you know, it's going to have this, you have this energy, you're putting in all like the hard work and everything. Just trust that you're going to get to where you want to get to, but like you need to put in the work. Because it's not only like better for you and like on the long run, it's dignifying to like have like a sort of income that is not questionable. Like you don't have to like every night, you know, I have friends who do these things and I know how insecure they are, like when they hear there's an EFCC person around, like how they like want SS get like it's just a lot of stress. Like can you just go home every night and sleep like, you know,
Peacefully,
like,
just no, I bet
You
it's
know,
not.
hilarious.
there's a lot of peace that comes with earning like legit money. So honestly, like everybody deserves to feel that peace, to be honest. So you don't want to like be earning money that like you're asking yourself like would I live to, you know, still be with this money like in 10 years, 20 years time? Because honestly most of this money schemes, they usually have timelines to them.
Definitely,
Exactly.
like it doesn't
So,
take long.
You don't want to live
lavishly.
long. So I think just trust the process and like put in the work, believe and pray. Like honestly, prayer does work when you put in the hard work.
When you put in the hard work,
yeah,
very.
yeah, honestly.
Oh, man. Melodious, yeah. Okay, because seriously, I'm pained.
I don't even know what advice to give, but I just know that karma will get you if you keep on doing this. It might not be now, it might not be next year, it might not be 2 years from now, but it will get you. Facts, no cap, fact.
If they are following their grandpa shopping, they will follow the man enter that.
But I know that,
yes.
like she said, trust the process. Decide that you want to earn money legitimately and follow through on that. To be honest, trusting the process can be hard. You should not lie. It is hard, but the people that are motivating you to want to get money so quickly, you do not even know where they're going to end up. Really. Why not just pick a new set of mentors? Pick a new set of role models. Why not just
friends?
Decide that you want your life to be better? You don't just want to, like, let's be very sincere. Some people's names have been so global, and now if you mention the name, nobody knows them because the same way they came, they went. And that's how life is. You get there so quickly, you will wash away so quickly, even the earth will not remember that you existed. And that's what's going to happen to you eventually. So why not just be able to say, oh, I was here, I lived, I was here, blah blah blah, and have honor. When you're looking down from heaven, you're like, hey,
I get that.
Hello, this angel, that was me.
That was me.
Are you feeling it?
I'm feeling you. But like, to be very honest, like I feel like as I've said it before, and I just feel like everybody needs to be very careful. Like, it's nice for you to actually dream big. Please don't run faster than your shadow. I beg you now. I beg. If not for anybody, please pity your. If not for anything, I'm not saying you are praying to all, but then if not for anything, there's just one thing that gives you happiness. Just for that thing, please be very careful because we are only looking at the old money part, forgetting about the other parts that entails it. Let's forget about the fact that you actually lose your soul, like your humanity. I mean, this thing has its own negative part. That we have people that just run mad, some people that just walk through, and like you have people that just back in the middle of the night and be like, okay, what's with this person? You have people that just do crazy things. You like, this person even saying at all. I mean, this thing comes with all its negative, and I'm like, people don't even want to go there. Don't even look at the negative part. Let's get someone about the money, and the money alone. Just the money. So please, we really need to be very careful. I mean, don't forget, money is nice. Just money is
lovely.
But that's money.
Money is beautiful.
It's beautiful. Decide it to. It's nice. But please, let's
money
very
and
careful.
peace.
Definitely trust the process. Like whatever stuff you're into, get a skill. If you're the academic side, please fix your academic. I mean, forget about whatever the country is talking about. I mean, we've actually heard of people that actually do well.
There are still people that do
well. No, guys about the economy and they're actually still making it big. Thank you, the legal way. Sure you understand. So please, ladies, let's be very careful. Let's be very careful. It's understandable the pressure and I understand the stress I get, but please.
Don't because of wig, go and let them cut your head.
She borrowed the wig, let her from there. Wig is expensive. Thank you. Please.
Just rock a natural hair.
My there's no problem.
Please listen to yourself. I think I'll beg you. So please, let's all be very careful. Let's know who we work with. Let's watch ourselves and let's be very careful with whatever stuff. If you know you're actually going out with someone that you're not really conversing with or close with, please tell somebody. I think I'll beg you. Drop your number or probably leave the person's number with that person so they can actually reach you whenever you can actually find you. You understand? So please, with this, I'll be able to not confuse you that get rich quick syndrome. It's bad. It's bad. Stop it, baby. Come on, stop it. Alright guys, so I hope everything we're saying you actually learn one of the things. So please, let's be very careful with whoever we work out with, whoever we living with, and also, and let's be very goal oriented. You understand? So yeah, with this we'll be rounding up this program. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. Yes, definitely I enjoyed myself. I don't know about you, but please, I'm sure you're enjoying yourself. Alright guys, don't forget to follow us on our social media pages at Cream Radiant TV on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. So yes, if you're expecting your feedbacks, but those are the great feedbacks, we are grateful. Alright, after these I'll be signing out and saying we'll meet next week. Ciao, bye bye.